Hey, how's it going? Can you guys hear me? All right, sounds good. We are live. All right, so I have up a screen right here with 6 charts on it. I'm going to show you guys a little trick as to what I do when I'm finding plays. I think that this is going to be really good. So, if you guys, some of you might be using Flow software, and what I mean by that is that like you use Flow Algo or there's other platforms out there such as Cheddar Flow, Black Box, and so on and so forth. So one thing I do is with this browser, it's called Vivaldi browser. Pretty much I pull up 3 tabs. So I have 3 tabs that have charts on them, and then I have flow on the right side. Now, what this enables me to do is I can see flow that's coming into the market as I am charting. And how this helps is that I'm able to see where big money is going. For those who don't know what flow is, it's essentially showing you the large buys that are coming into the market. So you have things such as sweeps, blocks, splits. There's even dark pools. So if we look at equity flow at 12:48 p.m. There was one just came in 9 million on pins. So this is shares. It doesn't reveal the buyer's intention, so you don't know if it's buying or selling. But we can most likely assume, like especially at this level here. Uh, hey, what's up, Nitro? Mostly nobody is selling SPY at this level. There's going to be a lot of buying. So you can see right here, that's the 102 million. Of course, right here we have this green dot. So that means they pretty much assume that it could be buying, but it's not for certain right there. Hey, what's up, Brock? Favorite strategies and patterns that I look for. So one thing that I love to play. Let me pull this up here. So this is as simple as it gets. I'm pulling up Google right now. All right. So this is the most basic charting patterns out there. The Persian Ninja. Ah, you didn't. Weren't you the one that put down that on Tesla last Friday? Remember, sizing is key. But anyways, what I use here is charting patterns. They're one of the most important here. So you can see we have things such as double tops, head and shoulders, double bottoms, and so on and so forth. So if I pull up a chart, let's just go over to Tesla. We know that that one fell today, and we just look at the chart. So let me remove all these drawings. So we just look at the chart here. Pretty much this can kind of be taken as like like it formed almost a head and shoulders type. But the main thing to look for here was this breakdown. So what you want to do is draw like a line across the bottom. So at the bottom of these candlesticks, this is gonna uh, essentially denote support. And you can see right here, we have a break below support. And like I said before, I always wait for a retest of support to use it as resistance. Reason being, you can easily get uh, stopped out of your trades like this. So let's take a look at this on a Friday expiration or so. If you get in on puts at this point at 589, at 584 you're maybe up 100%. Now if you held all the way when you're back up to 592 from 589 entry, you're probably down like negative 30% or so. So like I said, it's always important. I always look for a retest of the nearest resistance, and then we can go down from there. That's how you would have wanted to play Tesla. Now, in terms of getting a target, yo, what's up, Doc? How's it going? In terms of getting a target, whenever there's a charting pattern, so you can see right here, like double bottoms, head and shoulders, there's an entry and there's an exit. Uh, you can pretty much just retrace the height of the pattern. So one thing we can do is like if we know this is the top and we know this is the bottom, all I have to do is, let's see, should let me do this. Line, extend. All right, so now we have this little line right here, and all we have to do is I'm going to make this red. We just pull it down to wherever it breaks. So this is the break right here. So we have 576. And you can see exactly that there was a bounce from right there. Yo, what's up? Hey, Doc. So, anyways, from there, you can kind of go on and you can see where the closest support is, the closest resistance. I'm just going to make this purple for the time being, but you can see we essentially have a support, or our price target is right here, which isn't a bad target because you can see this serves exactly as a support and resistance, and we're kind of consolidating about this line. So even if you got out around here, and yes, it went down a little more, this wasn't a bad play. If you got in, on this retest of resistance from about 588 all the way down to 578, that's a $10 move on Tesla. That's more than enough. If you wrote down like 550 puts, maybe that's like 50, 60% or so. So this is how you can catch those plays. It's mainly eyeing these charting patterns. And once again, this isn't any complex charting pattern chart or anything. All this is showing is we have the double bottoms, head and shoulders. It's just literally the lines that it's showing right here. So this is very essential in my opinion when it comes to trading. All that combined, like when you use flow. So obviously I have a flow algo right here. I can view it as I'm looking at my charts. This helps a lot because when you can see the flow that's coming in. Now you can see we have a lot of September calls here, like on Fang. This isn't really predictive of the market right now just because it's very just because it's very far out expiration. Like that means most people don't really care like what's happening right now. They mostly care what's happening in the market later on. They just want the stock to go up at some point and profit. So in terms of looking at flow, I always look for high premiums and close expiration. Like if you have like $300,000 being thrown down on a 514 expiration. That's tomorrow. Nobody's really going to throw down $300,000 and just not be confident or like a little confident that it's going to go up. So, or go down, whichever way they're betting. So that's one thing you can look at. Like we have AMC right now. There's AMC blasting off. That's insane. I mean, we could look at those options. So if I just pull up Robinhood here and we take a look at how the options are moving, uh, we had those 9, 17, 11 calls. Those are, yeah, 4.68 now. I cashed out already when it was at 4.6, so this was an amazing play. AMC, I don't know, it just randomly decided to take off today. But the good news is that if it gets more volume into tomorrow, like you see this pattern right here, this is actually pretty solid. Uh, let's see if I pull up the chart. So let's chart AMC. How's everyone doing today? So if I pull up the chart on AMC and we simply just, let's see, drawings panel. All right. And then we put a line across the bottom, so about right here. And then one across the top, like this. Technically I'd go down to that point right there. So let's see what we got. All right, so you can see we pretty much have the blue lines are auto support indicator and auto resistance. So you can see we have a break above right here, and obviously this is daily time frame. We go out to the weekly. Oh wow, I forgot about that big candle right there. You can see exactly how this played out. And I mean, technically I did draw the bottom here, but it's more of something like this. I just didn't really see that. It's more of something like that. So you can see we have a break above. Honestly, I'm going to be looking at this into tomorrow. Just because we have a break above, one thing that you want to remember is that trades on a Thursday will serve as catalyst on a Friday. And what I mean by that is uh, on a Thursday expiration, if a trade, like if a certain stock is grabbing a lot of people's attention, then on the Friday, you know that those premiums are going to be cheaper. You could run those premiums like even 1,000%. They typically serve as a target for the next day. So that's one thing I always look at. I don't think I have the watermark on. Let me just turn that on in case anybody is looking for that. But yeah, SPY's falling below 409. Let's see what SPY's doing. Yeah, SPY's breaking down right here. So this is a great observation. We're at right support there. So Let's head over to SPY's chart real quick. If we look at the 15-minute, could even look at the 5 at this point. So you can see right here, we essentially have a support. You can see how that kind of lines up with previous days, and we're looking for a break below. So break below here, I'd look for, you know, the next supports going down, and then we'll be able to play that to the downside essentially. So let's see. I'm gonna try. Let's chart SPY on the general. Are you still holding those calls from last Friday? I want to go heavy tomorrow. Don't FOMO. No, just let's see. Recalculate the auto support. Let's look at SPY on the daily. So this is gonna be quite interesting to see. Wow, that was quite a drop there. But if you notice something, and this is a pattern that I always had kind of charted, but let's take a look at SPY on the daily. Now we can kind of look at something like this. Let's see. So there's a couple ways we can draw this. If we put a pattern, like if we put a line across here and kind of ignore this, these wicks, obviously, you know, they just went a little bit below. Then theoretically, we have a bounce right here. If I clone this and kind of make a channel, I mean, that's not really going to fall correctly. Like this does work, but you can see we kind of channeled up above here. So theoretically, we could bounce here, but the whole problem is that we have inflation in the market due to commodities. There's oil shortages. Like right now, I went out like yesterday and there was no oil, no gas. That's what I meant. Like I had to go 25 miles out to get gas, but pretty much it's just like that. There's a lot of things going on in the market right now. Like I said, swings are very tough in this market. So the fact that we had a lot of swings that paid today, like from yesterday and some days before, that was pretty amazing. We try to bring the best swings, but once again, this is more of a day trading market. So if we look at SPY on the daily, I mean, we do have this sort of pattern. If I look at it on the 4 hour, or if I go out just a little bit more, um, let's take a look at the more short-term trend. So I want to see when SPY was at 423. So if I just look at the short-term trend here and we do a fib, so to draw a fib retracement, you go from the very top of the trend to the bottom. And you could draw it out, like you could draw it out on the side, you could draw it anywhere, but you can kind of see how it plays out. I'm going to turn off the algo just for a minute so you can see this clearly. But you can see how this kind of creates like an auto support for you type of thing. So that was from 422 on May 10th. So May 10th was on Monday, and we fell all the way to almost 404. That's like an $18 drop. Now, you really want to be careful here. There's a lot of traps you can fall into, essentially like playing puts when there's a relief bounce. So this is what this is called. This is essentially a relief bounce. I did say in my watch list today that SPY is going to be going to about 410, 411-ish, and that's exactly what happened. So we had SPY tanking a little bit, and then it boosted back up. You can see we're falling back here, but essentially, even if SPY wanted to go lower, there's always some type of relief bounce. Like you're not just going to see candles just straight down. So, all right, let's take a look at snow as somebody requested. Snow is kind of in a downtrend right here. I mean, this is the 1 hour chart. I'm not sure how it looks on the 5 minute, but once again, like I mean, you can see like a head and shoulders right here. You kind of want to make sure that whatever you're playing, like especially in this type of market, if you're putting down heavy equity, make sure you're putting down a longer expiration or so. You said SQ. Could take a look at that. Let's see. So there's SQ on the 1 hour. This is actually pretty insane. I'm actually surprised that SQ fell below 194. or fell below 200. Matter of fact, it was at 250 just a couple days ago. So this is a pretty tough one. And we have like a really kind of clear break of trend right here, or about to, essentially. If we draw a line from here, like just going along these wicks, you can see that we have a candle just peeking out below there. So you can essentially fall down to 170 or so. But once again, this is assuming that it continues in this downtrend. And, there's nothing saying that SPY won't bounce from this level. I'm still looking at AMC here. This is pretty cool. It's still pumping. But essentially for Square, you just want to make sure that whatever you're playing, whether it's calls or puts, just make sure you wait for a clear break of trend, as with any stock. Now, Tesla. Tesla is seeing some downside here. You can see I drew these levels previously. These are manual. Um, like our previous lows were around 540. So what I'm kind of looking for here is, I would say at 540 we should see a lot of buying coming in. And one thing I can show you guys is if you go to Flow Algo. So once again, this thing costs like $120 a month or so. So it's not ideal. Like you don't need it to trade, but I just use it. It helps seeing flow in the market. Let me try bringing it over here. Okay, great. So I'm going to show you something. In terms of Tesla, I could do something like I could look at the equity levels. So if I look at the levels, it's taking a minute to pull up. So if I look at Tesla, we'll see where the buying is occurring. So obviously this is Tesla, like 900, 700, 600, and there it is. Like you have 512 is a solid support. So anything around 512, 500, 600, you can see like 642 was a solid support or solid buying area. We had 540 million in flow coming in. You can see like where the heavy equity places are. So around 640, I mean, Tesla went to about 540, so around there, like 512-ish, we had around 256 million. So it all depends on how much more downside Tesla sees. If it falls around to 520, I could definitely see a lot of buying at that level. So with that said, Tesla is going below 560. I could definitely see that. I mean, right now it's tanking like crazy. Look at that. If we pull up the 5-minute chart for it, and we just look at what it's doing short term, I mean, you can kind of see it's just breaking below right here. I would say for a target, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do here, but if you pull like a trend line, short term target would be like 560-ish. So let's see. All this is being recorded, by the way, so I'm gonna post the recording later. Can you make that in a minute? Let's see. SQ and Piton. Goodbye. So once again, I don't buy shares unless I see a clear reversal. That's the thing. If I don't see a clear reversal, I usually don't go in. And just because, I mean, yes, you might miss out on some profit if you're throwing in 10,000 in shares. Just saying, you might miss 500 up front or something, but you're more certain of where the market is going. Hey, what's up, Excalibur? How's it going? Uh, so anyways, we have Tesla right here, Starbucks. I mean, all those, once again, we're buying time with those plays. This one went slightly green this morning to about $3, and then it went back down. So you can see we're kind of at a support right here, bouncing and going up. Essentially, you just want to make sure that whatever plays you're taking, especially if you're swinging something in this market, you want to make sure that you're buying time. And I'll look at MO because that's been asked about for some time. Essentially, this is sort of a inverse head and shoulders right here. It's a little bit messy, but if we do something like this, let's see, I think my drawing is going to be off, but it's something like this. It's like a elongated one, so we kind of have it breaking above this support or this resistance and using it as support. So theoretically, we could do something like this. let's see. There's a lot of things you can use here. You could use like Elliott waves. I wouldn't really use that in this scenario, but it'd be something like this, an arrow. You can have something like this where it goes up. Now, this is assuming that the market is gonna pull upwards. Because if the market doesn't pull up, then it could just like if it falls below this support right here, this is gonna be pretty dangerous. So I definitely watch out for that. Um, all right, show you something else on Flow Algo. So Flow Algo is pretty nice. I love this thing. You can see like things such as the dark pool that's coming in. So let me pull that up. It's kind of being stubborn. So this is historical flow right here. So you can see from previous days. One of my favorite things though would be the open interest changes. Yeah, I'm trying to stream tomorrow. So you can basically sort by open interest. So you can see what contracts have the highest open interest on them. So you can see that 60 call and 60 put for XOM for July 16th. They have crazy volume. And honestly, I think that's a good or a safe bet right there. You can see like BAC, Bank of America has some heavy call volume, but in terms of XOM, I mean, with the whole oil shortage and all that, I think they're going to bank like 100% either way. So I'm not sure if it's going to be calls or puts yet, but it could definitely move either way. What site is this? This is flowalgo.com. Now, this does cost about 120 a month. It's not required, but it is something that I use. It just helps in like finding plays and so on. But don't get me wrong, just because you see somebody throwing in $1 million on like SPY puts or something, it doesn't necessarily mean you should follow along. You want to make sure that you're looking at stuff like multiple or flow coming in at in a steadily manner. So basically, like if you have SPY puts coming in one after the other, that's when you'd want to look into it. Like I can see, so look right here, EXPE, we have like puts right here coming in 165, 165, another one right here. And one thing I always look at is you always want to make sure you're looking at the strike versus the spot. So the spot um, is the price the stock is currently at, and the strike is going to be what strike they're playing for the put. And out the money puts, out the money calls are more risky because they can decay faster and all that. So with that said, really here you just want to make sure that you're looking that people are taking a risk. That's what you want to see, because if somebody's only putting down like 21K on UWMC puts, I mean these aren't really certain of anything. You want to look at these like 612,000 or 155,205. These aren't really indicative, but look at this, like 8.6 million on CMCSA. That's Comcast, I believe, and yeah, you can see right there we have an out the money, we have an in the money call. That means that they're going safer, and this is a split. So essentially, they're splitting it across multiple exchanges. Arc, that is a funny one. So Arc, I swear Kathy Woods just wakes up and buys whatever like she dreamed of the night before. And I'm not even kidding about that. I don't know. Some days I look at the list and I swear she just buys the most random stuff. But there's the 11 call boosting again. That was a beautiful play. Uh, let's see. Arc. I don't even really know what to say about Arc, but Arc would be probably not a bad one to play puts on. Ford. Yeah, I'll take a look at Ford in a minute. So Arc right here, you can see it's seeing some downside as well. One thing you want to do is like whenever you're playing an ETF. So remember, SPY is like the largest. It has 500 something companies in it. It's a large ETF. It's an index. So whenever you're playing something like Arc, you want to look and see what their holdings are, because you want to see like what's bringing them down. Yeah, exactly like what Sonny said there. Arc is going to go to 90. They just have like so much bearish flow on it too. It's unbelievable. But you can see yeah, Arc is dead forever. What live data do I use on TradingView? That is a very great question. I'm going to post that up too. I use the New York Stock Exchange, the NYSE, and NASDAQ stock live data. So that's going to be about $4 extra on your plan, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, AMC is flying. Jesus. I think I might pick up some. I mean, you could pick up some calls into tomorrow, but personally, I'm just gonna play this tomorrow. Like I said, I already um charted it on the longer time frame when we looked at it. AMC definitely has a lot more room to go. So I'm gonna be watching this one very, very closely into tomorrow. Let's see, MGM, Uber, all those are probably trending with the market right now. I mean, look at AMC. This is a beautiful play right here. If you got in on this break of resistance, this is why I love this algo. Once again, it's Cobra algo. I really like this just because, you know, when you're charting throughout the day and so on and so forth. Yes, I use manual support and manual resistance, but it's not the easiest sometimes when you're trying to get into multiple trades to chart it. Like, go out on the daily, chart it, go in the 5 minute, 15 minute or so, like, it's just easier to have that auto support on as well. And this gives like many supports, and which I don't even complain about, but that's like one of the things this algo offers. I just want to put that out there. And even if you don't use this, there's multiple free auto support and auto resistances on TradingView that you can look at. So like if you go to indicators, and we're looking at like the public library, you see this like swing low, support and resistance. If I click that, like this is essentially an auto support too. So, and you can see we still have that clean break above. So whatever basically you want to use, but all these things together will help your trading. So now in terms of plays I'm eyeing, let's see if we can find some plays live. AMC is a great one right now. Like I mean above 13 it could probably run more, but I just don't feel like chasing. I'd probably dock it in tomorrow. Let's see. We can take a look at GME. GME is doing its own thing there. Spies falling. Let's try to find some plays. So I use Robinhood. This is a nice way to find plays. I don't have any cash in here, but I just go down. Brock's gonna chase it. Brock's gonna chase it, and then he's gonna be like, "I'm insane. I'm cracked." If you know, you know. He's a great guy. But anyways, just scrolling down this list here. I just go down and I look to see stocks that are forming any pattern. So obviously we know the market is tanking right now. If I look at OSK, AZO, anything that's green really, we can assume that those are moving against the market. So that's one way you can eye those plays, like PEP, Pepsi, same thing. If we're just going down, OSK, they're an electric vehicle company. Let's see, we have GME that's moving against the market. Actually, GME might offer a play. I like this. Let's pull it up on the big chart. So we have AMC. All right, I think we might be able to get in a trade right here. So we have a SPY. I'm just going to pull up GME for the time being. Now, let's take a look at the strikes and see what AMC is looking like. So, pulling up. I want to play Fortnite. Let's take a look at AMC here. So we have it above 13. If we're looking at those same week expirations, we have the 13 strike, which has the largest volume at 0.94. This might not be a bad play. Let's see. It all depends on the volume, but I do like how GME can move up here. I think we can get a nice play out of this. So let's see. It's currently at 0.94. All right, I'm buying 10 contracts here on the 13 call at 0.96 now. All right, just got, oh man, it's already flying. But essentially it's up like 10% right now. I'm going to aim for about, let's see if we can get to like 13.25-ish. So, wow, there it is. Premiums are already at 1.04. So once again, 10 contracts, that's $960 to right now $1040. If we get up to 1.06, that's going to be a $100 gain on 10 contracts. Just easy gains like that. That's what I look for in these plays. Worst case scenario here, you can keep a stop at $1. What with AMC, what makes you to hop in? What makes you decide to hop in with the RSI being so high? That's the thing. Whenever a play runs, it doesn't matter how much it runs. As long as the play runs, the RSI will always show as overbought, or yeah, that's the right thing. Overbought just because it pumped so much. So it's not really a good indicator at that point. So right now we're still up. Let's see, from 0.96 to 1.04 right now. Uh, Looking at 1.06 ish. Let's see if we can get a little bit more volume on AMC. So you can see we're at 13.18, 13.2. There we go. We are at 1.07. This is a beautiful play right here. Now up 140 per contracts that just went to 1.1. There was my sell point at 1.06, so I sold some right there. You can see the premiums are still a little bit messy, like they're bouncing all around over the place. And that's the thing. Don't ever be scared to take profits because then you're going to be looking at this play like AMC. You're going to be looking at the play and you're going to be saying that would have been or that should have been $200 profit or so, but I didn't I didn't take that play. So these are the small profits that we're looking at, and it's still at $1 here. I sold 7 of my contracts already, so I'm looking for 3 more. And that's the thing, really. There, you just want to make sure you're taking those small, consistent profits throughout the week. And Fridays, I know that I can get those 200, 300 percenters easily, so you could just run those up on the Friday. So with that said, AMC is at $1 right now. I'm keeping a stop to 0.96 or break even on the rest of my contracts. Other than that, I'm just gonna write it out. And remember, like something like AMC, we already saw how much it ran, and one way you can kind of measure this is, I mean, there's a couple things you can do, but if we pull up the drawings panel and we pull up like the measure, you can see. Hold on, I like to do this a different way. Um, if we just simply pull up a box. All right, so I just stopped out the rest of my AMC calls there. Can you explain that play more? Did you buy the 13 calls AMC for Friday? Yeah, I bought them for tomorrow expiration. Um, I'm looking for a rectangle. There we go. So essentially, I could do something like this. So we just measured that range, and then if we take this and put it on top for that breakout, look exactly where that falls. Uh, Basically at this point right here. So that kind of gives you a target as to where you want to go for your call. So essentially, like I said, that call just hit 1.09. I had a sell limit for 7 at 1.06. I basically it filled at 1.07 ish. So that was, I mean, if we calculate this out, I had 10 contracts, sold 3, break even, and 7 I sold for um, $11 gain each. So that was $77 easy on that play. Like, it's just you're looking for those small consistent profits and then you can run those up on a Friday. Uh, like I said, why would you hold and aim for, 100, 200% during the week? At least this is my trading method. Why would you hold and aim for that when you know that it's so easy to gain 100%, 200% or so on Fridays? And you guys seen us do that many times. So right here we have AMC moving up again, GME moving up. One thing to remember, and this is why I love these stocks and love playing with GME and so on, is that when the market's uncertain, people always run down. They run back to AMC, GME, and so on and so forth. So if we look at GME here, we have like a some type of pattern forming here. It's more of just like a V shape. So you can see we're pumping here. The ideal level is to look at here is 157. There's AMC taking off back again. If you didn't get that exit, actually, I'm not. So I'm not trading in margin right now. This is a cash account. That's the thing. You want to make sure you're sizing consistently. If you're sizing in the right amount, then you can get into these plays and you can, take out some nice profits like 10%. And so, hey, is that Cole? Is that who I think it is? Just reply yes. I won't say anything, but just reply yes. It is. Uh, so we're at 1.1 right now on those premiums. I already sold out, but once again I said there's a second exit for you if you didn't. And that's why I always keep a stop at break even if you Hey, nice man. Um, yeah, that's what I said. Like, even if you don't, uh, the reason why I keep a stop at break even is because you can always get back into that play. I just rather not take the loss. Like you see AMC here. Look what it did. So even if you got in at 0.96, that went to about 1.11, 1.12, and then look at it right now. It's back at 0.96, 0.94. So it's important to secure those gains. Even if you scalp this play twice, that would have been 100, 110. Yeah, I always give a heads up on my signals. Like when right now I'm just on live talking about these. Uh, you know, you can always pull like I always usually in my alerts, I'm not gonna go there, but I always usually put out like you can buy into this play, like or not buying into this play, my bad, eyeing this play and so on and so forth. We're looking at Docu. We're pulling up that swing. Damn. That got beat down a lot. So essentially where are all the calls today? So after this morning, I kind of just like laid back a little bit. I'm ready to run it up on Friday. I already made those profits throughout the week. Can basically run those up on a Friday. Uh, don't really need to chase here. Docu, yeah, we just broke below in major support. I think, yeah, I agree with you, Doc. The next support after 179. Let's pull up the weekly. So yeah, this is a great example right here. Uh, it just broke a hard support, especially if the market sees some more downside. Um, 172 is even like a bit conservative, to be honest. You just have you have this clear uptrend. This is like a whole gap to fill. Obviously, it's not gonna pull down this much, but essentially like 172. Yeah, that's definitely a good target there, Doc. I think that's really great there. How do you find plays to begin with? So I do have volume scanner as well, but I also look on like Robinhood. Like I was saying earlier, just scrolling down through this list, and you can find those plays. You can see what stocks are pulling up, what stocks are moving against the market. This is the only reason I use Robinhood. I don't have any money in it, but it definitely helps for sure in finding those plays. So like you can see mRNA is falling off a cliff here. We have a lot of stocks that are MDB shot up this morning and then died. Uh, Titan Flow, like I said, flow is flow, so it doesn't really matter which company you go with. If you go with Flow Algo, Black Box, Cheddar Flow, typically they'll all put out the same, but there might be some discrepancies. One might have like a few extra sweeps than the other. It all depends on how they filter it. But with that said, it all depends on what you use. Personally, I just use Flow Algo because I love the layout. It's always worked for me too. Now you can see we have like tickers such as JD moving down. Remember, whenever the market is falling, uh, pretty much like if the market falls, small caps are going to be the ones that get hit first. So that's going to be like IWM. Is Neo a buy now? Personally, I'm not buying anything until like something bottoms out. So it depends. Like if you're doing shares, I wait until I see a clear reversal to get back in or to get in and buy those shares or anything like that. So like right now we can see ACN is moving up. Uh, MO, whoever was looking at that. Um, we have a lot of stocks that are just moving against the market. Link, LINC just moved up. Oracle. And really what I love doing this for is I love to see what those movers are on Thursday because essentially they're targets for the Friday. So there's Docu. Let me hide the. Oh, what did I do? I think I just messed up my trading view. There we go. Yeah, I just messed that up. So essentially, let me just. Also, for those of you who don't know, you can kind of edit trading view uh to like different appearances and stuff. So like this was another one that I had before. I'm pretty basic with this, but you can do something like this. You put like black here and you put like gray. Like this is pretty nice. You can take off like the grid lines if you wanted to. So essentially you just have to set these all the way down. So you could do something like this. This is just to show you guys. It's a nice clean chart as well. I just leave it like that. So we go back here. Let's see. Oh, there's GME breaking out. That's a beautiful play right there. Let's see what AMC is doing. AMC is at 12.95. Okay, guys, get ready for some GME calls if this thing goes above. I like this play right here. I'm about to take a GME call. I'm waiting for a little bit confirmation. Let's see what this does. So I'm looking at the strikes right here. I like that 170 strike at $2. So I'm pulling up the order right now, and I'm going to buy in very lightly, just a starter position. So 2 contracts at $2. Okay, we have some nice steady movement there. So we're at 2.08 currently. There we go. And there is blast off. 2.2, 10% on that trade. Let's go. This is easy. There's $50 on 2 contracts right there. We're at 2.3. That's $60. $70 there. I'm looking for, let's see, 2.35. All right, so I'm selling 1 contract right here. Let's see if we can pull out a little bit more. I didn't sell as yet. There it is. All right, I ended up filling at 2.3. Let's see if we can get another one. This one might trace back a little bit before heading higher, but you can see that was $30 right there. That was the 170 strike. Ooh, there we go. There's a pump right there. 2.42. We're currently at 2.5. Well, 2.48. I know we just went down. So that was really just a simple break of resistance right there. There's 2.55, 2 contracts. Wow, look at that. 2.6, 2.7. We're booming. This is liftoff right here over 160. No, I didn't post GME to the Discord. I'm just calling out these trades on live. Wow. Look at that. We are up $100 per contract. No, I filled a limit order. So there it is. This is GME live. There's $110 per contract. This is pretty amazing. I love this thing. We are up $120 right now per contract. Look at this. Just look at this. This is GME going to the moon. You got AMC going up as well. I got filled at $2. There's a $150 gain per contract on GME. 170. Let's see if we can get a hit $4 on this. If we hit $4, I'm gonna love this. That's essentially, let's see. That's 3.9, 3.92, 4. We are up $220 per contract. It's literally amazing right now. Look at this thing. It's just blasting off. I'm up 250 per contract. This is up like 60% right now. I already sold my first contract, so I already have another one in line. Up $260 on each contract. I am selling right here. I'm good with these profits. Actually, I might diamond hands this. Go over how you spotted that. I was eyeing GME from some time ago. This is tempting. I love GME. This is like my favorite stock to play. This is the 5-minute chart. I have no idea what those emojis say. So yeah, there we go. So there it is. Easy $260 per contract. This is literally like pretty amazing right here. Just called out that. What made you not wait for a retest of support? I don't wait for a retest of support when a stock is moving heavily on volume. So I'm gonna call those out. Day trades. This was pretty amazing posting this up. There we we go. Those were the two calls that I took. And you can see AMC is moving up here as well. I mean that this was pretty easy. Like I said, this is just money in seconds. There's GME. I'm still diamond handing that contract. So what I'm gonna do is right now it's at 4.5. I don't mind giving up $100 profit on this. I'm good. Um, so let's just run this up and see how far it can go. Let's see. Do you have volume alerts set up or something? No, it was literally just GME. When you kind of like uh when you kind of like do this for so long, and so I mean you see the volume coming in. This is a huge green candle. GME went from 155 all the way to 164. I got in about right here around 157. This was just brilliant. Uh, so it's just really just eyeing out. Um, the chart looks, yeah, it's just really just eyeing how those stocks are moving. Um, like I said, you can kind of change the themes on TradingView too. Like you can have it however you want. You can even make this like a template. Like I'm just gonna call this gray, right? And then apply to all. Well, I don't know what in the world. This thing kind of like. So there it is. There's GME right there. So yeah, how do you get filled so fast? Using Webull. I'm using the mobile app, and the reason for this is I can use Thinkorswim, I can use Robinhood and all that, but I just can't operate the app that fast enough because on Thinkorswim or so, you have to look up the ticker, you have to place the trades. Like if you guys want, go check out. I created a video on the YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel, showing how I do this, like why it's so easy. I literally don't have to change the screen or anything. It's so easy to get in and out of trades. How did I pick the strike? So if you look at GME, that 170 strike has the highest volume on it. Like I said before, I think it was in a live too. Strike prices with the highest volume will have will serve as a price target for these trades. You said, are you planning on trading more? I don't know as yet. I mean, this is already like a lot of profit for the day. Uh, Same with AMC. AMC, you can see that's pumping right there. We're looking. Well, this is the weekly chart. Even if you pull up something like the 5-minute. I mean, I'm just trying out different themes right now, seeing which one I like the most. Tell me which one you guys like. Which theme you like. If you like this one or the darker one. How long have I been trading? I've been trading for 7. the wife has got me in the big doghouse. That was hilarious. Yeah, I've been trading for about 7 years. I started out with crypto and then I got into stocks, and I got into option trading. And all right, the solid black. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a fan of all the different colors. I just go with whatever. So there's GME. Um, I'm gonna buy in a contract. I don't know. I just feel like getting in something. So I'm gonna buy in the same 170 strike at 4.2 right now. So it's at 4.2. I'm just watching the movement just slightly. My ideal buy-in would be below 4, but there it is, 4.2. And let's see how far this can go. I mean, I already have that other contract that we're diamond handing, but essentially looking for something a little bit higher. So there's 4.65. That's $45 gain per contract if you got in at that 4.2 limit. Uh, you can see this is moving up, and that's how you kind of want to gauge your profits. When I get into GME or something, like I said before, you're not looking for that home run. You see that green, you see that 40, 50, $60, you just take it and you run with it. Even right now, GME is at 4.55. That's still $35 profit per contract. There it is, 4.68. Remember, these contracts like to move all over the place. The one thing you don't want to happen though with GME is you don't want to get caught bag holding this. What I mean by that is you don't want to buy like 4.5 or something and then um, just like you don't want to buy it at 4.5 and the next thing you know it's tanking to 3.5. There it is right now. So it actually even went lower than 4.2. What call did you get into? I'm still in the same call. I just added another one. There's 4.75, 4.85. Whoever said $5, it's gonna hit. That's a pretty good target. I'm gonna set my sell on one contract. So let's see, we're at 4.85 right now. I'm gonna get out at $5 on one contract if we hit that. If not, I'm just gonna sell like 4.85 or so. So right now we're at 4.65. There we are, back on another pump. Um, Worst case scenario, like I said, it hit 4.9. Sonny, come on, yo, Sonny, you're gonna have me diamond handed stuff again, bro. You know I got the damn patience of a duck. Which call are you trying? I'm trying that GME 170 call. So there it is. I mean, I didn't get out of that call as yet, but that call just went. So that GME 170 call for 514 just went 4.2 to 4.9. Just send those out as I take them, just so I have them as a kind of note later too when I update the log. I'm chasing it. No, I'm not a gamer. I don't even know how to I like if you give me Fortnite, so I don't know where Brock is. If you give me Fortnite, I legit don't know what to do. You'll smoke me 10 times and back. The market's good enough for me. I don't know how to play video games, really. I need another play, bro. I just joined. I'm down. All right, let's see. We can carry you to your first win. Next thing you know, R2KTrading turns into R2K Fortnite. I'm like, I'm cracked, bro. Are you still holding MOS? Yeah, I'm still holding that long expiration. There. So GME is still pumping. Like I don't know, this thing looks like it's halted. It's like 4.7. AMC, yeah, AMC is still going. He plays the market. Yeah, pretty much it. Like I played uh play the market. We're at 4.8 right now. How do you buy and sell contracts so fast? Like once again, yeah, I do one-on-ones. I do have openings for one-on-ones tonight if anyone's interested. Look, there's $5. We are filled. Let's go. Thank you. Got filled at 5.05 on that. 5.05. That is $85 gain per contract. All right. Now let's take a look. I still have that one contract I'm diamond handing. That is currently up from $2. We're at 5.5. I got it at $2. Yeah, I'm up over. If we hit $6, that's going to be 200% on that contract. So I'm aiming for $6 on that contract. But so far we hit like 5.3, and so if you have an Android, you're screwed. Yeah, I mean, once again, like I said, if you guys want to know how I fill these contracts so fast and so on and so forth, just look at like I've created a YouTube video on Weeble, and you'll literally see why. I mean, even if you're not using Weeble, you want to make sure like if you can do um like Thinkorswim mobile app or something like I don't know, in terms of scalping, you just want to make sure like you can get in and out pretty quickly. So like look here, GME is pretty much flagging 164, 165 up next. We're looking at sent you a DM about one-on-one. Yeah, I'll answer those in a little bit. But essentially, you see how these are working. These are pretty. How much is a one-on-one? So All right, there we go. Can you guys hear me now? Mic got unplugged. He said, "Did he fall?" Oh my god. That might be the funniest thing I heard. Yeah, I accidentally unplugged my mic. You guys have me dying with the comments. Yes. So a one-on-one is everyone's asked. It's the funniest thing I heard yet. But yeah, essentially a one-on-one is no, I was trying to plug back in my mic. Holy crap, there's GME again. All right, I'm alerting another entry on GME, that 170 call at $5. So I'm buying another one at $5 limit. This is a little risky, but I'm going to take the risk. With that said, a one-on-one is $75 per session. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours. We go over anything you need, such as building a trading plan that works for you, showing how to get into these plays, what to look for. We had very high reviews from these sessions. If you're interested, just DM me for more info. One-on-one free. So there's GME right now. It's a little bit below our entry. We're at 4.8. So the cut on this, if you get in at $5, the cut would be around $4.5. Is it DM your Discord bot? No, DM me directly. It's or R2K shot caller. If you DM my bot, I probably won't get it. So there, look, there's GME right now. It's at 4.95 a limit. About to go to $5. I might even add in another contract here just cause. But yeah, I mean, I can see this thing blowing up to about 165, 166-ish. Did you purchase real-time quotes for Webull? No, I don't really use that. There it is. Look, 5.25. We're up $25 per contract. You guys can cash that if you want. Hold, do whatever you want. I mean, it's green. How much? Yeah. So there's GME for you. I mean, overall, it's like some heavy profit on these contracts. Here's AMC still pumping. Yeah, it just broke that resistance. Wait, it's gonna retest it, and then if it does, it'll break upwards, or else it's gonna fall under and then blast again. And once again, I said it's it's like an hour and a half, usually to 2 hours. I'm more than willing to go over the time. It's as long as everyone understands everything. How advanced you got to be. You can be a total beginner. There we go. Let's go. There is 164.15 on GME. We are up $35 per contract. So there's another GME one. You got in at $5. We're currently at 5.35. And that entry gave a lot of time for anyone to get in because it went back below. Wow! Let's go. This is sick. Where's Brock? I'm about to say I'm cracked, bro. So there it is, 5.75. We're up $75 per contract. This is just too easy. I sold one contract right there. I still have my original contract. That's up $375. It's over 170% right now. So there's another one I just sold, 75 per contract. Still diamond hand in that other one. And once again, GME, like if you don't get out at 5.75, it doesn't matter. You can get out at 5.6, whatever you want. Just keep going. I mean, this is easily like, I mean, I'm not trading in my challenge account right now, but I mean, just from GME, I'm up about like 500 in like the past half an hour, and AMC, and so more than that actually. It's probably like 500-600. By the way, Riot is reversing. He has the market wrapped around his finger. Homie just doesn't lose. It's just I mean, once you figure out kind of like, and GME is one of my favorite stocks. If you guys know, I've played this thing many times. I've had GME go like 250 to 10K so many times. I banked like 10K overnight on GME consecutively, maybe like 5-10 days or so. This is just, it's once you study the movement of a stock, you can kind of play off of that. How often do I trade GME? Whenever it gives the opportunity. Do you like day trading or swings more? I love day trading. Swings will just give you anxiety, well, at least for me, because I'm gonna be up watching futures like a hawk once per month. That's a total understatement. I think I played GME like 100 times in 1 month alone, or more than that, especially January. Like I said, the whole entry was down here, like 157. About I couldn't get out. Should I still hold? Uh, I mean that's a tough one. Yeah, I'd probably still hold. I'd just keep a stop. That's what I'd say. If you're keeping a stop, like if you get in at 5 and you're keeping a stop, I'd keep a stop down to 4.5, so $50 stop, and then I set automatic take profits too and stuff. No, so I don't buy and sell market. I buy limit order and I sell limit order as well. In terms of selling limit orders, if you have multiple contracts, like you have 4 contracts and you want to sell 2, just put a stop at 5.5. Put a sell right there, and it'll automatically fill. If it doesn't fill, then just reset the order. Like there's nothing. Like obviously you might be looking at that and you're like, wow, what if I set it at 5.5 and it goes to 6 the next minute? Yes, there's that aspect of it, but I mean that's like 2 of your contracts right there. It's all about safeguarding yourself. There's always another play. What platform? This is tradingview.com. My stop on this 170 contract is 3.5 because this is my original contract. But so if it hits 3.5, I'm gonna get out the original one. But overall, I'm still holding here. So this is tradingview.com. So we essentially just had 3.5 to what was that? Three not 3.5, 2 to 5.75. So if we calculate that out, that's and this is just an easy way to calculate percent gain. You take the amount that you profited and you divide it by the entry. Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. 3.75 you divide it by 2. So there it is. That was 188% gain per contract of that original entry at $2. So overall, that went 2 to 5.75 or 187, I think 188% gain per contract. I can't remember what I just said. But and that's even conservative because it went a little bit higher, but I just didn't fill out there. But I didn't even fill. I still have this one contract selling at 3.5. But you can see when it comes to GME here, you're just pretty much buying the dips. If you do something like this, going in hard, I always recommend going in light. So like if you do something like that, you have basically a line right there. Like, there's a lot of ways. GME is just all about buying the dip. Like right now, what's it at? Need to make back 1K lost on these swings. Like I said, yeah, I'm gonna try. This market isn't made for swinging though. Replay on AMC. If you want to replay AMC, you really wouldn't want to wait for a bounce off the support. I mean, it's getting close there, but got in 500 now at 3.3. Like I said, you want to keep a stop. If you get in at 500, it went bright green. It went from 500 to about 5.75. You want to make sure that, I mean, even if you get into a play, like if you get into the play that I get into, um, you want to just keep your own take profits as well. Because if I um, if I put out plays, like if I put out GME plays, uh, you really want to make sure that you're taking your profits as it goes along too. Should I average down? I'd wait a minute. So let's see if we can get a bounce from here. Puts on GME? No, I would definitely not put GME. So we can see we're bouncing from that moving average right there. If I draw a line down, yeah, I just drew that green line. You could I mean, if you wanted to, you could average down right there. Like there's AMC. Like these are technically giving in another buying moment, but what's the market doing right now? The market's rebounding a bit. So yeah, this wouldn't be a bad place to average down overall. Want to make up for that again. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, swings, like this isn't a swinging market. The fact that we had so many, uh, yeah, these calls can move very fast. Like I said, just take profits as you go along. If you don't take profits, keep a stop, take them to break even or so. Yeah, I made a video for a setup on TradingView, but once again, I said it before, this isn't a swinging market. You see how choppy this market is. This market isn't made for swinging. This market is made for day trading, and that's where you really thrive. So we try to put out the swings as to the best of our ability. We have some that profit, some that go red. It all depends. When should we enter? I really would want to wait until like for a strong bounce. So I'd say I'd re-enter around like 161.3 ish. That would be my entry. And yeah, like I said before, I mean, if you're getting into any of these trades, it's important to take profits on your. I can put out, I'm selling the close right here or so, but if you're in and it's green, it's profiting, just take out the profits as you go. Like 5 to 5.5, that was even 10%. 5 to 5.75, and so for example, as soon as we're green, we should sell. So I mean, there's the difference. Those are swings. Those you're buying longer time on them. When you're trading same week expirations, such as your day trading, um, and it's not exactly as soon as you're green. What I mean is like if you're profiting 10% or more on that contract, uh, you want to make sure that um, like if you're profiting 10% or more, just pull out some of those profits. Like GME was a classic example. Whenever I go in on a larger call like Tesla, Amazon, even GME, maybe like $5, $6, I only look for like 50, maybe at the max $100 profit. Isn't this a good put if GME breaks support? Um, so I wouldn't play that just because you see how much volume this stock still has on it. It could still bounce and go up, and you don't want to get your premium killed. Yeah, they could turn around hard if you know, GME is a classic example here. Like if somebody bought it at the top and then now it's down, GME does have a tendency to just move all the way up. Should we cut GME? If you got into GameStop and you were not able to get out, I already recommended keeping a $50 stop on it. Uh, Past that point, yeah, I mean we're breaking support right here. I would cut it. I mean, GME did profit. If you got in at $5, it profited $75 before it went back down. It gave time, it was up 25, it went up 30. Um, it gave time to get out in the green. And even so, I said, keep a stop around 4.5. So, like I said, even if you're taking plays, just make sure that you keep a stop on it as well. Yeah, that was that's very unfortunate. I know who this is. Yeah, he took BIDU calls on a it was like a I think it was what was it on some news he took it on. How do you know that that is support for GME the 160.1? It's where that candle wicked out right there. Enter here or not. You see we're retesting this support as resistance. Right above here wouldn't be a bad entry. So once again I said I would wait until that 161.3. So this would be my entry right here. So we could do something like um the pink line is the entry. Red line would be, I mean, for take profits, we could even go to the top here. Or the orange line is the take profit. Yeah, I already have a video on suggesting a trading pattern. How do we find out which strike has the most volume? If you look at them, like if I pull up AMC, right? I go to the option chain. And I just pull up like a strike, like $13 strike. You can see the volume. It has 34,000 volume on it. So you just look for which one has the largest volume. Oops, sorry. What am I looking for? Forget which tab. Oh, there's GME. It looks like it's moving back up. So once again, the ideal entry for GME would be 161.3. Will you do live trading in the next days? Yeah, yeah, once again, trading in the market is all about having a game plan or a trading strategy. You want to make sure that you have one. Um, yeah, 10% stop loss, 20%. At 10% stop loss, that's typically what I keep, and then reevaluate at 15% or reevaluate at 10% if I want to keep it down to 15%. What is the trend line you use for trading view? Oh, so all I do is if you click this, um, I mean, the horizontal one does that, but on the regular lines like this, right? So like the diagonals, just click it and then in style hit extend left, extend right. You can even do stuff like show the bar range, the price range, like midpoint, distance, date and time, like whatever. Like there's a lot. I used to do angles like geometry. Let's get this back. Yeah, even if we don't get it back today, then we can get it back tomorrow. Fridays are, usually my best day in the market. Once again, GME is one of those like GameStop. I can't reiterate this enough. Um, GameStop is one of those. When it goes green, you want to take your profits because, like I said, I mentioned this many times on the stream. GameStop is very unforgiving. It'll pump and then it'll do exactly what it did here, and then sometimes a couple minutes later, it just shoots back up randomly. Um, oh, the angled line more. These are just trend lines you could draw. So like something like this, if you're looking to draw a diagonal support like that. Will you live stream tomorrow? Yeah, I'm gonna try to live stream tomorrow. 2 contracts. Yikes. Let's make it back tomorrow. AMC has abnormal volume. Just saw something on that. All right. Can it go back up to 165? That's gonna be a tough one. Um, I mean, GME is so random. Like this thing could essentially just tank and then just shoot up again. So I don't know. I just wouldn't take the risk. Flow I flow algo to identify the next best. I mean, I can I can just display it if you want. Like there's flow algo. All right. Let's see. Anybody says, do you typically use the 5 minute chart? Yeah, I'm not disclosing any Discord information here. All right, let's see. GME is bullish again. Yeah, it's just doing its thing. GME is so random. I got you for $5. Yeah. Yeah. Disney earnings. How do you set up a stop loss? So I keep stop losses manually on Webull. Um, if I set an automatic stop loss, some Google, if I set an automatic stop loss, I will indicate that. Like if I say that, um, like I'm stopping out of a play or I'm setting one like as an order, I'll indicate that. But I never usually do that. I always put it as a mental stop just because not only is there a possibility of readjusting, but most brokers you can only set one order at a time. Is it a good play now? Tesla could look for some more downside, but personally I wouldn't just because if we copy this line over, you'll see exactly what happens here. We're kind of like we're bouncing off here, so it's very unclear at the moment. That's what I would say. Now, in terms of Google, this thing had some crazy moves today, but I'd love to play Google again. I could easily see this hitting like 22.72 as long as SPY pulls up. So like, SPY is pulling up here. Hey, I mean that might not be a bad idea. So there's GME. That's exactly what I was talking about before. Look, it's reversing again. It could shoot up if it wants to. My entry is right here. But yeah, if Google gets enough volume, it can move up to 2270. The only thing to be wary of is this kind of like support that you have at the top here. And I mean, even if you extend that up, it can go different ways. So that's that. Yeah, I always use the 5 minute time frame to enter and the 15 minute to exit. So there's GME trying to break that previous um, resistance right there. So let's see where are those calls at. Those calls are at 2.9, so they're moving back up. That's actually pretty good progress from where they were down. Once again, I said like over 161.42, I might re-enter this play. I'm gonna have to hop off of this stream in about 5 to 10 minutes though, but pretty much is the same exact thing. You just want to watch that resistance right there. If I set a stop, I'll put it in the go back to, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what you want to do. Yeah. So 5 minutes to enter, 15 minutes to exit. There it is, 161.59, and GME is moving. These premiums are awesome. Like even if you got out, if you got in at 5 or whatever, um, you can see how it's moving. Uh, how can you do this stuff with this much ease, man? Wow, so look, there is GME pumping. Sorry, I was reading the chat, so I didn't get in. But there's GME back up to like 3.8, 3.94. This is exactly what I was talking about. GME loves to do crap like this. It's gonna move all the way down, and then it's gonna move up. So like I said, just make sure you're keeping a stop with it. No, so okay, there's two sides of that. Like you said, no, I shouldn't have cut. If when GME was at 4.5, because I said keep a $50 stop loss and you cut there, that's okay. But I mean, you were down like I think a lot with it. Like you, that's when you can kind of just hold. So there's two sides of it. Like if you keep that 10% stop loss and stick to it, that's okay. But if it goes beyond 10%, that's when you kind of want to reconsider. You want to say, okay, do I really want to? Are you out of BAC calls? Um, which one? Are you talking about the swing, the BAC swing? Am I live trading tomorrow? Yeah, I'm live trading tomorrow. Oh well, I'm gonna try my best to. But there are those GME calls at 4.2. I did alert. I said that you can get in on this break of this line right here. So if anyone got in that play, be sure to take profits. In terms of BAC, BAC is still up. Oh, got you that one. Yeah, I scaled out of that lightly. We're still in. Um, you can take profits. It's still in the green here. You can do what you want there. Chewy laser. Um, Chewy was 11%. I cashed out all but one contract. Laser, yeah, we're still in that. That one is pain. And like once again, there's what I was talking about with GME. You want to make sure if you get in. So like I said, that was the entry, and if you just take out those profits as you go. If you got in right here, um, like about right here, I mean obviously this was my PT. Like, this was my price target up here, but once again, this was maybe about, I think the call was like $3 here, and it went up to 4.2. That's like 120 something dollars. Yeah, sold both GME contracts for $10 profit. See, you got out there break even. Yo, R2K, how do you find plays like this? Still in Riot? No, we cut Riot. That was a 20% stop loss, and we indicated that. Any swings you're looking at before close? Not really. For playing zero, yeah, you have to be very, very Can you do? Yeah, I'm gonna try to do live trading tomorrow, at least for an hour or so. Just remember something. But with that said, we have that. Yeah, no, I'm not in Riot. We stopped out at 20%. BBBY. Uh, wait. Yeah, still in that one. Sorry, I have to check. Actually, let me. I'm gonna update the trading log right now, so you guys can go look at it and you can see the current plays. MGM is currently 11% too. So yeah, I just updated the trading log there with all the current positions. Is GME done? GME can still go. That's what I said. This is all like a different. So you read my question. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. How do you find the plays you? I'm gonna try to create a video on that actually. I'm out for. Hey, finally! You see, that's amazing. I'm happy you ended green there. Um, we still going up on GME? Yeah, GME can still blast upwards from here. Um, that was an easy. Damn DMV. That was an easy $3 to 4.2. So I'm gonna, if anyone got in that, I'm gonna just put that out there. That 170 call just went 3 to 4.25. So just gonna put this out here. There we go. Wow, that was a nice green candle right there. But yeah, pretty much it's just like that. Yeah, good job. Shout out to Brad for those nice profits. There's 4.25 again. Wow, Jimmy is soaring. It might actually hit that PT. So once again, like there's two sides of GME here. If you got in and you didn't cut at 4.5, like if you got in at 5 and you didn't cut at 4.5, that's the ideal stop loss. If you didn't cut, I already told you guys that this could happen. GME loves to do this type of stuff where it tanks all the way down and goes up. So if you held all the way down and then you cut, like you might as well just hold at that point type of thing. Now look at MGM. It's probably going crazy. Wow, wow. That is pretty amazing. I didn't even look at MGM yet. There's 4.5 on that call. 4.6. So that'd be moving crazily back up now. And like I said, that was my PT at the top there, but there's nothing wrong with taking profits early. And that's probably going to hit, if it does blast up again and hit that, it's going to go to $5. That's going to be an easy, what, 200 gain per contract. MGM is going insane. What are we in? We're in those 21s, 38 point, no, the 28, 38.5. That's it's now $1. That's pretty nice. Yeah, AMC is moving too. Once again, once GME is moving, AMC is gonna move too. I'm gonna have to hop off of this live. But there's your plays. I mean, there were many plays right here. So, like I said, that was GME from 3 to 4.6.